You now understand how we use the how might we and crazy eights exercises to come up with more ideas. It might seem odd that both these exercises are part of the same ideation process. After all, one method is practical and the other is more creative. With the how might we exercise, you carefully considered a very specific user problem to create a list of questions. And with the crazy eights exercise, you sketched solutions to that problem with no limitations and no thoughts to practicality. Solving a problem requires both pragmatic and creative thinking. In this video, we'll consider how the user journeys you outlined earlier will affect your designs. As a refresher, a user journey is the series of experiences a user has while interacting with a product. Building off personas and stories, journeys help you think and feel like the user. Earlier, we defined this problem statement. Olivia is a parent who needs a way to ride her bike with her 2-year-old son, Luca, because he can't ride his own bike. But we didn't actually create user personas for Olivia and Luca. As a refresher, personas are fictional characters that represent a product's user groups. They're created to identify a user's behavioral patterns. In the real world, we would have completed research before beginning our designs. For example, consider the kid's bike seat that's in front of the rider. This is a pretty great solution for toddlers who are small but still strong enough to sit upright. But what if Luca were an infant? A small baby wouldn't be able to sit upright in that seat or wear a helmet, so it's not a safe solution for Luca. Or if Luca is much bigger but isn't able to ride his own bike because he has special needs or there's too much traffic for a child to ride alone, that seat arrangement won't work either. It's okay if a specific design doesn't work for everyone who shares Olivia's problem of needing a safe bike seat for her child. But part of the research process requires you, as the UX designer, to figure out who you're designing for and what their needs are. Olivia might need an entirely new solution. So think back to your user journeys for the problem statement you outlined and designed for. Did you keep those personas in mind while sketching? If not, go back and add their stories and needs into your designs. Maybe you're not sure you have enough research to make the call on what solution Olivia really needs. In this hypothetical interview, did you forget to ask Olivia how tall her child is or what his specific needs are? And what about Olivia's needs? Some of our bike solutions from before could create an extra hassle for the rider. I'm looking at you, sidecar. If Olivia rides her bike on backcountry roads, that might work perfectly. But if she lives in a big city with designated bike lanes on busy streets, the size of the sidecar probably wouldn't be a good solution either. It's okay if you didn't ask the right questions. You're still learning. Plus, sometimes in the ideation phase, new blockers come up that never occurred to us before. If this happens, consider whether you have enough information to go forward or whether you need to go back to your research and collect more data. This work you've done, from writing user personas to mapping the user journey to exploring design concepts through sketching, is a great story to tell in your portfolio. It might not be a final project that you decide to share, but telling the story of the research, the problem, and the proposed solutions is good practice for the more detailed case studies you'll have in the future. And it's something employers might look for when reviewing your portfolio. All right, we've reached the end of the ideate phase. Let's review what you've learned. Understanding design ideation, conducting competitive audits, brainstorming approaches like how might we and crazy eights, and determining if we need additional research. See you soon.